fun of me as a little kid. It's called The Curse of Batterslea Hall. Choose your own adventure number 30. So you guys have to choose. You'll have to help us choose. Here we go. Okay. One day you get a letter from England. It's from a distant cousin of yours, a girl named Amanda Fielding. Your mother and father don't know much about that particular branch of the family, except they're supposed to be quite wealthy. But through Amanda's letters, you learn that she's an orphan, her parents having disappeared under mysterious circumstances when she was a baby, and that she's being raised by her grandmother. You get the feeling she's lonely. So when you get an invitation to visit Batterslea Hall in Devon, England, you're eager to go. After several hours on the train from London, you arrive in the heart of the English moorlands. It's just after dark when you get off the train. A man gets off the train with you, and the two of you stand there for a few moments without speaking, watching the train go off into the night. Then the man speaks. Oh, whoops. Turn to page 5. Excuse me, are you perhaps waiting for a car from the Fieldings? Yes, I am, you answer. Are you going to visit them too? I am indeed. My name is Horace Atwood. I'm an agent of the National Trust. I'm here to try to persuade them to open up Batterslea Hall to the public as a historical landmark. They say there's even a curse on Batterslea Hall, though I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to be. You're about to explain why you're visiting when a large bent form looms out of the fog. Turn to page 8. As the figure approaches, it shrinks down to a short, almost gnome-like creature. I'm Blope. The car for Batterslea Hall is over here. You get in the car, and the car sets off into the foggy, rainy darkness. You've been driving for 10 minutes or so when suddenly a spot of pulsating red light begins to form and grow brighter and brighter on the road up ahead. Turn to page 14. What's that, you exclaim? It's a police car, and they pull you over, and then the cop says, thank you for stopping! Shouting over the sound of the rain. There are 2 escapees from Dartmoor prison on the loose. May I ask where you're going on a night like this? To Batterslea Hall, says the driver. Then I must warn you, the River Tavy's a torrent. The road up ahead is flooded in spots, and I'm not too sure about the bridge. I advise you to go back to town and spend the night at the inn. If you decide to keep going to Batterslea Hall, turn to page 42. If you decide to return to Whittiford, turn to page 16. Keep going! Okay. Page 42! I've come a long way, you say, and I'd like to get to Batterslea Hall tonight if I can. That may not be easy. But you pull off into the rain again. If we get across the bridge up ahead, we'll be all right. From the feel of the car, I'd say we've got a foot deep of water under us right now. As if in response to the driver's word, the motor of the car begins to sputter and cough and then dies completely. Turn to page 45. Looks like we've reached the end of the line, said Mr. Atwood. What do we do now, we ask. Well, we can slosh up ahead and try to cross the bridge on foot. Or we could spend the night in the car until daylight. If you decide to set out and for dark for Batterslea Hall, turn to page... Should we stay in the car or keep going?
Keep going!
Okay. Spend the night in the car. Keep going. Oh, if you had spent the night in the car, you guys, it would have been so fucked up. Okay, 56. The 3 of you step out into the darkness and the water is swirling around the car. The bridge seems all right, shouts Blope, walking ahead. You can barely hear him over the roar of the river. Go to the next page. He starts across at a fast pace. You have to run to keep up with him. You hope Mr. Atwood is still behind you. Blope's spotlight is moving rapidly away. Hey, don't go so fast, you shout. Then you hear a muffled cry up ahead. Oh! And a light disappears completely. Turn to page 22. You stop in your tracks and Mr. Atwood runs into you in the dark, almost knocking you down. The 2 of you start off, the water rises way above your waist and the current almost sweeps you off your feet before you reach higher ground. You stumble along for a while. We should look for a house or some kind of shelter, says Mr. Atwood. The fog seems to be blowing away, but I don't like the sound of that thunder. The sun is up. Oh no. Turn to page 26. See what happens if you don't. Okay. You reach the top of the hill. The storm has come closer now, and bolts of lightning are crashing nearby. I don't like the idea of being out here in the rain without lightning, says Mr. Atwood. That last flash lit up what looks like a pile of big stones just down to the other side of the hill. There might be some shelter there, or we could go back down the way we came and try to find the road. What should we do? Should we hide in the stones or find the road? Stones! Road! That's equal. I heard stones first from you, so here we go. What page was that? You think you should find shelter? 98. Oh my gosh, you guys. All right, 90. What's gonna happen in the stones? Oh, I didn't edit this part. All right, this is so unexpected. I think we should go give those rocks a try, you say. As you get closer to the formation, it turns out to be a pile of huge stone slabs all jumbled together. And there's a passage. The passage enters into some kind of cave or chamber. It's lucky I have a box of matches inside my tobacco pouch, says Mr. Atwood. He lights a match, and before it goes out, he finds a large stick of wood in the corner of the chamber and makes a torch, right? Okay. That's so easy. This is a convention. I want a montage of every movie where that happens in. All right. He said, this must be a megalithic tomb, Mr. Atwood explains. I've read a lot about them. They're supposed to be quite common in this part of the country. Megalithic, you ask? Yes, from the late Stone Age near the Bronze Age. Is that slab a sacrificial altar, you ask? No, says Mr. Atwood, more like they laid out their dead on it during a burial ceremony. Here, I'll show you. Turn to page 103. Something tells me we should get out of here fast, you say. This place is too spooky for me. Mr. Atwood goes over and starts to lay down on the stone. Mr. Atwood, don't, you begin. But before you can finish, there's a deafening crash. A bolt of lightning hits just outside the entrance of the tomb. There's a cracking, grinding sound as a huge slab of stone slides tightly into place against the only entrance, sealing you and Mr. Atwood inside forever. The curse of Batterslea. I totally have flyers for my gay historgy show if you guys want to cruise homo history with me. So I got them in here.
Everybody, give another hand for him. I want to thank everybody so much for coming out tonight, and especially let's give another round of applause for our amazing authors and performers tonight. Thank you. Wow, I'm breathless with those incredible stories. And wait a second, I thought this zombie-like fingerless, oh, there's like a bloody thing on this stage. Okay. Hi. Did you stay for the storytelling?
I did. It was magic.
Yeah. You enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. What are you doing for the rest of the evening?
Oh, loitering.
We're loitering here. Brains, perhaps? Yeah, not mine though.
I'm a little hungry.
You're looking for brains. Okay.
I love that spot.
I see a lot of brains out there. You can go out there, and I don't. Okay. All right. I think this wasn't supposed to be a real horror story tonight. We're just telling stories, telling them.
You can be more specific in the Facebook event.
Oh, okay. Well, next time I will try and do that. And all right, I'm backing. Okay, I'm putting the mic down, and I'm backing away slowly. Yeah, slowly. Okay, you can go that. You can go first if you want. Okay. All right. Yeah. Bye. Okay. Everybody, I advise caution on your way out because we have a special zombie visitor. So once again, everybody say goodbye to the zombie. Goodbye. And actually is a character from the Rogue Artist Ensemble award-winning show D is for Dog, and if they ever put it on again, I recommend that you go see it. So thank you again to Katie Polbaum from the Rogue Artist Ensemble. Thank you. And have a great night, and don't forget to pick up a flyer from Ian McKinnon.